Next up, we have the 812 Superfast, because it's very, very fast. Production started in 2017, still in production, 789 brake horsepower from a 6.3 litre engine. A top speed of 211 horsepower. Now he's actually modified this car with a Novitec exhaust system, so it sounds louder than a standard production vehicle. He's also half deaf. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds for a traffic light drag race. It'll be a little bit faster in the second demo run when they can do it up a bit of confidence. You can get off now. Next we have Gary in a 360 Spider. Now if you notice the number plate, Music GM, he is actually a musician. And he wants everybody to know. Now what he likes to do is actually strum his guitar while he's cruising in the car. Now this was the first aluminium bodied Ferrari V8 vehicle following the 355. And I think he's going to take the roof down, so it takes about 30 seconds. Unless it breaks halfway down. Anybody here interested in buying a Ferrari? Buying a Ferrari is like musical chairs. There's lots of owners of a Ferrari, but you've got to make sure the one you buy, the music doesn't stop, because you will end up with a very, very big bill. They sound great, they look beautiful. This particular vehicle has 400 brake horsepower. Next up we have the California. Next up we have the California. A front-engine Ferrari, a V8, with a hardtop roof. An interesting fact about this and the 360 was a few years ago, they were the most crashed Ferraris according to the insurance database. I think he's going to show us the hardtop going up. And it's a lot faster than the 360. It also has 2 seats in the back for kids and very, very small people. Top speed 193 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Now, if you come across a Ferrari and he says he has a California, don't make the mistake I did and ask him which one, because the original one is worth about £20 million. Here we have a 450 Spider, which came after the 360. 495 brake horsepower. I didn't do any research, so I think it has about 180-ish, but it looks fast. If you notice, most Ferraris are red with beige interior. It's all about the resale value. special. It's a Ferrari 3-4 race, but Andy, driving it and owns it, has done a bit of work on the engine. So the normal car is 300 brake horsepower. There are 450. What the factory did was they suffocated the engine. When they so if you gave it more air, you give it more power. He's also got Jaguar brakes. If you get a chance, have a look at the engine, mate. It is a work of art. Who remembers Magnum? This is not the car for Magnum. This is the one, that was a 308, this is the 328. Now David is a very big Magnum fan. In fact, he has, believe it or not, the UK's biggest collection of Hawaiian shirts. And a few moustaches as well. Now this vehicle is the 320 GTS, and the S stands for spider, so you can take that roof panel off and stow it behind the seats. And it's red. Didn't we already have a California? So we've got another California. This is not the £20 million one. You can get it for that between £75,000 and £110,000. Make sure it's not clogged, make sure it's not black. It's a great car to drive. Needs a louder exhaust as well. Here we have Kevin in his F12. The colour, the special colour, I believe it's called Fuoco. I'm not swearing, Fuoco Red. This series of cars was produced between 2012 and 2017. 6.3 litre engine. No turbos. Pure engine. He also won the 2013 International Engine of the Year. And the engine happens to be in the front. Top speed 211 miles per hour, 730 brake horsepower. And it's red. A Ferrari 355. This came after the 348. An interesting fact, if you want to service the engine every 3 years, you have to change the cam belts. And to change the cam belts, you have to take the engine out, which means it becomes very expensive. Once you have the engine out, you've got to start doing other things. Now these cars and the 348, the clutch is actually at the back of the car. So to change it forward, you take the bumper off and the clutch is right there. Now these are shot up in value, and a good one is very, very hard to find, and the red one's actually worth a lot more. Now we have a 488 in red. These come in Spider and hardtop. This one has a V8 engine in the rear. 3.9 litres, you're 63 seconds. 224 miles per hour top speed, but I saw that on Wikipedia and I don't really believe it. Oh, and it was Top Gear Super of the Year. speed. They only made a hardtop version of this. It replaced a 575. It had a 6-litre engine and came in a 6-speed or an automatic. 612 brake horsepower. And it's black.
It's flat. That's why that's better, isn't it?
And the final car of our demo
I'll found it.
is 458. This is probably the fastest I've seen in my life. He was very excited to do this demo, and he couldn't believe it. Please, so can I do the demo? Brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. And he'll be sending me the bill for the tyres. Thank you very much. Our next demo will be at 3:20.
The outside brakes late, up on the high line and goes through round the outside. Great move there from Colin Salter. It's been a long time coming, but he's through into fourth place.
Yeah, and now that Tim Mogridge has seen that happen, he'll know that he is going to be hard pressed also to try and work his way through, but he'll try and see whether he can unlock the door as Colin Salter has just done and wiggle his way through and past Chris Butler's car, which still continues to lead Class 3, by the way, on Group 3. It might have lost a position, but still 4-8 starts to skip away from him, and all of that hard work he'd done, Josh, has all just been undone in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I think he got a bit too excited there, didn't he? Got the pass done, tried to get away and then put the power on too early. Did a good job to save it because it was quite a tank slap where he had going on for a few moments there, but he's got all that about to do again. Bending 9 or so laps behind the Chris Butler car. He's still behind, so fifth position. He's car number 26, which is that car driven by Colin Salter, so he's got to rethink things, but he knows how to get past. He's done it once already, but then he's also got Tim Mogridge, who again looks pretty racy up behind him.
The problem is also with those three start to squabble, and you wouldn't rule out the fact that Jim Cartwright at the wheel of the number 72 car is a little off at the front, so those three-way battle just heading along the Cooper Straight. Now we've got under 10 minutes of the race remaining, so we're at the half-distance point as good as, and we've also now got a little bit of traffic that's going to come into play as well, because we've got the two 308 GT4s busy squabbling away towards the tail end of the field, which is going to be Nick Whittaker fighting away with Jim out of Paddock Hill as the race leaders head to the top of the hill a bit on the way in.
Yeah, so they've got a battle to lap, which can be tricky because those two drivers will be having their own battle and therefore not necessarily realising that they're coming up to lap on their 11th lap, leaders 12th lap, leading gap of 4/10 of a second.
Yeah, so it was Tim Walker just got the better run through the traffic, but he's very slow coming out of Paddock Hill Bend, which allows Tris Simpson to stretch the lead advantage again once more. Those two cars, Richard Atkinson Wills and Nick Whittaker, can now continue with their fantastic battle. The leaders have gone through and past them. We've still got that great fight going on for what will be 4th, 5th and 6th position. Chris Butler, Colin Salter and Tim Mogridge all still together as they head round through Druids. And I did say don't rule out the fact that Jim Cartwright might catch in if they start to squabble. Well, Jim Cartwright is now closer to them than he's been over the course of the last few laps. He's not quite
Further down as well, heading into Paddock Hill, their 9th and 10th position is pretty close because you've got the car of Miles Poulton, the 328 GTB, under a lot of pressure from Ray Ferguson's F355 Challenge car, so they turn their way through Druids, and right behind them there's another battle going on for 11th position, and that is the car of Robert Fine from Andy Rittock's similar car. So 9th and 10th, a small gap back to 11th and 12th, pretty close battling, they're heading up towards 30s.
new fastest lap of the race goes away off the race leader. Tris Simpson last time through popped in a 55.109, so 55.109 is only about a tenth of a second slower than he managed in qualifying when he sets his pole position time, and even at 55.1 So a quick old lap that he's putting in there. Over the start finish line goes one of the swappers we were talking about. Robert falling under enormous pressure and sneaking his way through goes Andy Riddock, and he's going to take the place away as he and hang on to it coming out of Paddock Hill Bend. Yes, he does.
4/10 of a second, it's risen to 1.1 seconds, but a better lap there from Tim Walker means he's back on terms with Tris Simpson as they work their way through lap 15, and the battle with fourth again is Hill Bend. This time it's the inside line that is used by Colin Salter. He breaks late, gets the car turned in. It is a four-way battle now though, because Jim Cartwright has caught them, but to the front of it has gone Colin Salter. Chris Butler might lose more than one position here because he's under pressure from Tim Walgridge. He's got that car coming around the outside as well. That's Jim Hill Bend. This time it's the inside line that is used by Colin Salter. He breaks late, gets the car turned in. It is a four-way battle now though, because Jim Cartwright has caught them, but to the front of it has gone Colin Salter. Chris Butler might lose more than one position here because he's under pressure from Tim Walgridge. He's got that car coming around the outside as well. That's Jim Cartwright is a class rival to him, so he doesn't want to lose out when Tim Walgridge potentially makes a pass on him.
Yeah, Jim Cartwright at the moment at least has that little bit of contingency, doesn't he, with the fact that Tim Walgridge is behind him, but if Tim can wiggle his way through, then yeah, Jim Cartwright will want to apply the pressure and try and take up the lead of Group 3 if he could. We've still got 6 minutes of the race to go, leading pair through Paddock Hill Bend. There's still a 17 car in third place over the start finish line, and as for the fight for fourth, well, Colin Salter now is starting to gap the trio that lies behind. So Colin Salter comfortably leading Group 4 at the moment, but leading Group 3 is the car behind him. Chris Butler, who's had a busy old list, he's now got Tim Walgridge right behind him, and Jim Cartwright is there as well, and Chris Butler has left the door open this time to Tim Walgridge, who's going to sweep his way through on the right-hand side on the run-up in towards Druids, and now Chris Butler loses a further place, and if he looks in his mirrors, he still continues to lead Group 3, but Jim Cartwright now, who's second in Group 3, is right behind him.
Great battle, this is a battle to watch for the race. So, Tortin Mark?
Colin Salter's had a problem. The 348 retires. It comes out of Graham Hill Bend. All of a sudden it's slowed. So that is the car that's in fourth place out of the race now, I'm afraid to say. But as for the lead of Group 3, that's the thing we need to concentrate on now, which is the dark 328 GTB, number 5 in the hands of
To 4, drop down to 6, that's that one position because no time for Colin Salter who's pulled off and Mark was describing at the exit of Graham Hill Bend. So now it's a similar type of car that is trying to get past Chris Butler, and that is the Jim Cartwright machine that looks to the outside through Druids. He likes that line, but doesn't seem to be overly successful at this stage, so he loses a car length or two as they make their way down towards Graham Hill Bend. The race leaders are working their way through traffic and making their way to the end of lap 17 with 4 minutes of the race to go, and the lead gap is half a second.
What amazed me last time on Paddock Hill Bend with Jim Cartwright was just how wide he was going into the corner. I thought he was so wide he was going to end up in the gravel trap. He was actually on the green painted tarmac on the run in towards the corner to try and take as wide a sweep into it as he possibly could. Traffic just up the road that needs dealing with, which is Richard Atkinson-Wills, who's still busy fighting away with Nick Whittaker. The two 308 GT4s have been largely staying out of the way of the traffic as and when they've met. Really, he squeezes the throttle and accelerates past at least one of them on the run up in towards Druids corner. It looks as though Chris Butler and Jim Cartwright are also keen to wiggle their way through and past Richard Atkinson-Wills, and now they've dealt with one back marker, they've then got the next back marker to deal with, which is going to be Nick Whittaker, and they'll meet that slap bang in the middle of Graham Hill Bend.
And the Paddock Hill Bend, that's where the leaders have got 3 cars to lap. So trying to lap for the second time in this race, the car beginning off William Morland, so that's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation possibly for Tris Simpson and Tim Walker to continue to contest the lead of the race.
So we've got less than 3 minutes remaining in this one. The race leaders heading down in towards the braking area for Graham Hill Bend, where Tris Simpson is compromised, trying to work his way through the traffic. He gets left the traction, catches bringing forward right at the exit of Graham Hill Bend. Tim Walker should squeeze his way through on the Cooper straight. Can he? Yes, he can. So the lead advantage has certainly been whittled down again on this lap. It's down to 3-4 Ferrari lengths at the most for the lead of the race. We've got Nicky Paul Barron very much on his own in what is third position, and then for fourth place at the moment it is going to be the car just far enough up the road of the Group 3 battle that sits behind him, which is still Chris Butler fighting away from the 72 Jim Cartwright.
3 laps to go for the leaders as they go through, just over 2 minutes on the clock. The leaders are lapping in under a minute, so we should squeeze in 22 laps into this opening Ferrari Classic race of the day, and the leaders doing their way through Druids, and just keeping an eye to that battle in Group 3. On this lap, Chris Butler's got a bigger margin over Jim Cartwright, a bigger margin only than what it once was, so for the
he's got absolutely on his tailpipes. The Walker's full prepared car off. Tim Walker, the Ferrari specialist from up in the northwest of the UK. So over the start finish line now come. Back just goes through now. Peter Fiss. The catching just on the exit of Paddock Bend, which is good news for Tris Simpson. So he should be able to squeeze his way through and pass before Druids. I'm not entirely convinced that Tim Walker might be able to get past that traffic though. No, he does. If Peter Fisk stays out of the way, he doesn't want to be involved. Good driver for Peter Fisk. Gets himself luxury out of the lead battle.
Yep, so he's managed to complete that. Still though, pretty close between them with 1.5 laps to go. Third, still Nicky Ferrari, 14 seconds back. Fourth, Tim Walker all clear of the battle that continues between Chris Butler and Jim Cartwright, because Jim Cartwright is caught again for the group really. He's caught Chris Butler as they turn their way up towards Druids, and that battle is going to continue. More racing lap of the Brands Hatch Indy circuit to go.
Yeah, here they come. There's going to be about 18 seconds remaining as they come over the start finish line. Yeah, bang on. Here comes Tris Simpson over the start finish line. Just 0.4 of a second between himself and Tim Walker. As for the 22nd time they head down the hill at Paddock Hill Bend. But Tim Walker has always been close. He's never quite been close enough to mount a challenge to take the lead away. So it looks like Tris Simpson is more than in control of what for him potentially could be victory number 6 of the 2022 Ferrari Formula Classic season. We've already had Tim of the championship season. Through comes Tris Simpson, he claims the win. Tim Walker finishes in 2nd position. It's going to be a long gap back now before we see Tim Mockridge finish in 3rd place, and it looks as though that